Hey everybody, welcome to the broadcast. It is 9 o'clock at night and we're ready to go. Hey Hale, how you doing, buddy? First off, first thing I gotta do is this. Can you hear me, number one? And can you see me? Can you see my screen? If you can see both, put a one or a yes in there in the chat box for me. Let me know. Good, good, good. Oh, we got a lot of people here. This is awesome. I love it. Very cool. Bernie, Hale, Andrea, Dave, Sue Hale. I hope I said that right. Tom, Valentina, Troy, Jeffrey, man, holy crap. Ganty, hey buddy, how you doing? Adrian, Kelly, Natalia, John, Ian, good to see you. Oh, Ian, I did get your letter. I meant to thank you for that. I just got it today. That's pretty cool. Ian sent me a little note with what was it, $1 million bill in it. It's very cool. Thomas, hello, Beth, Adrian, Steve, Gail, Imran, cool, cool, cool. All right. So I am not one to waste time on these things. So I've got you for about an hour today. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you some stuff. Some of this stuff, if you guys were in my Christmas boot camp, it may look familiar. If you weren't, then it's going to be a little bit different for you. But I just ran a Christmas boot camp and it was pretty successful. And what I wanted to do was jump on the next holiday. So that's why I did this mainly. So I've got three whys. Why do this, right? So number one is because Valentine's Day is a time where people spend a ton of money. And when I say people, I'm talking, males who buy gifts for females, which is right up my alley because the bulk of my products are gift products, where I want a male to buy a gift for a female. So that's one why. Number two, well, is that men buy a lot of gifts for women on Valentine's Day. If we give them options, they'll gobble them up. Okay, Valentine's Day historically is wonderful for things like not just necklaces, but coffee mugs, bracelets, little those stamp bracelets, everything, anything that you can put a nice little slogan on, nice little touchy-feely thing, and you can show it to a man and say, "Hey, buy this for your lady." It works very well. The other little trick is you can reverse that, which shocked me, but men actually do buy, or sorry, women will buy stuff for their man too, and men will wear this stuff. Now, I don't really wear necklaces or jewelry or anything like that, but a lot of guys do, and they'll even keep it as a keepsake. So I know we're a little bit ahead of the ball game because I mean it's December 20th and Christmas is in 5 days. So why the heck would I do this now? Well, I'll tell you, but if you stay on to the end, of course, I got something special for you, as I always do. I learn from every boot camp that I do. Okay, I love doing these things because it's a combination of a course and coaching and webinars and everything else. It's all rolled into one. So it's really good because I get a lot of great feedback. I do a survey at the end and I get a ton of feedback. I see what works, what doesn't, and what I need to improve on. So every boot camp that I do gets better and better and better. Okay. So real quick, people say, why do you do this stuff? Just go make money on your own. Don't worry about it. Well, there's more to life than just sitting alone on your computer making money. Okay. So just humor me for a sec. Let me go through this part and then we'll get into the three things that we need to deal with. Helping others succeed is almost more rewarding. I had a Facebook message from a guy who's actually in the group. And he said he just had his first $30,000 day. And I was like, wow, that is awesome. Now that's revenue, but half of that was profit. And the guy's kicking butt. And it's not, I mean, he's just taken massive action. And that's one product that he did that with. And I was just blown away. So when he messaged me that night, it was about 7 o'clock at night. I was like, oh my God. I jumped up off the couch and like gave myself a high five. And my wife's like, what the heck are you doing? I'm like, well, one of my guys that I've like, he bought one of my courses and he's kicking butt now. And I was so excited. I was almost more excited for him than I am for my own stuff. So that's why I do it. Okay. Helping others succeed is almost more rewarding. So when you look at stuff like this, you see guys saying, share a milestone, hit 10,000 revenue today, mostly made in the last 28 days. So just awesome stuff like that. Again, some of you may have seen this before. Ben, 1,000 sales. That's an awesome milestone to have. I love that. Cedric, another one. He's talking about the course that I did, but he did have his first $1,000 day. Now, How many in here would just like to have their first $50 profit day? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you want $50 profit consistently per day. Right on. Yeah, a lot of you. I mean, why not, right? $50 profit a day is actually, multiply that by 30, that's 1,500, right? If I did that right, that's 1,500 profit a day or per month, which is a good start. I mean, that's really good. And then you turn that to $100 profit, now you're at 3,000 per month. And 200, you're at 6,000. And 300, you're at 9,000, right? And all of a sudden, you do 400 a day, and you're at like 12,000 profit per month. So those numbers may sound gigantic and impossible, but I can assure you, as somebody who does them myself, they're very, very possible. The only thing is, you have to be consistent. Consistency is the key to all this. All right. So that's why I do it. Those three guys sent me nice little testimonials. I love them to death. They're awesome. Um, that's why I'm doing a Valentine's Day bootcamp too, because we need to get ahead of it. So Valentine's is February 14th. We need to have enough time to get all our products tested, get our best ones running, blast the crap out of them so that they're shipped in time, so that they have them for Valentine's Day to hand them over to their loved one, right? So that's why, yeah, it's 5 days before Christmas. We have to start now. I mean, the time is now, if not a couple weeks ago. So it's kind of like where you go to Walmart and in the summer and back to school stuff is up beginning of or end of like July now, and you think, what are they doing? Well, they're just making sure you have enough time to buy stuff so for back to school. And then Christmas or you know Halloween rolls around and stuff comes out in September for Halloween, and then it's the retail sector is always ahead of the game. So online we need to be ahead of the game too. So in my group, I made a post a long time ago about Halloween, and people thought I was crazy. They're like, "You don't need to worry about Halloween. It's only like August." And I was like, "Nope, you need to worry about Halloween now, because that'll give enough time for things to ship, get there, everybody's happy. The worst thing you can do is wait till the last minute. Like right now, we're kind of in a dead time for ads because we're 5 days before Christmas. We're not Amazon. We can't ship things in 2 days or same day. So people online know that. So they're not buying as much right now. The next kind of 5 day period is pretty slow online. Okay. In general, going back through my numbers, if you want to do something fun, if you've been in this game for a while, every day that you load up your ads manager, select 1 year from like previous. So today's December 20th. Select December 20th, 2016, and just look at your stats and see what you're doing. If you're ever wondering, today's a down day, I'm wondering what's going on, go and look at the previous year and you can see patterns emerge. So I know from now until the 25th, it's pretty slow because they know they're not going to get the thing for Christmas. So, and they've just spent a ton of money on Christmas. So they're not really too excited about impulse buys on Facebook. But that doesn't matter. We can prepare for the next big one, which is Valentine's Day. So let me go through this part real quick. There are some new people on here on the webinar, so I'm going to go through the who am I part. I don't really like to talk about myself too much, but I kind of have to. So most of you know me already, but some may not. Again, most of you have seen this picture a lot. That's me, 5 daughters, all age name, London, Ontario, Canada. We got a ton of snow last week and it was awesome. I actually got my snowmobile out twice. It's parked in my garage and I literally drive it around the house to my neighbor's yard. He's got a huge yard and I pull the girls around on a sled behind my snowmobile. So that's the first time in 2 years I could do that, but I'm hoping for more. Now I see green grass out there, which sucks. Anyway, I love helping people with my coaching and courses, founder of PPC Coach, blah, 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 veteran in the world. You've all seen that before. I learned a lot over the years, all right, but it wasn't always good times, right? So I had a 9 to 5. So a lot of people here work a 9 to 5. And even the guy who sent me the Facebook message and he said, I just have my first like $30,000 day. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. He goes, yeah, now I have to do it consistently so I can quit my job. I'm like, my friend, if you hit 30,000 in a day, go quit your job right now. You're ready. You're ready to go. I don't know what's stopping them, but I knew I got the itch right away. I was doing stock and option orders for TD Ameritrade, which is where people call in who have an online discount brokerage account, but they don't know how to use a computer. which makes no sense. So they would call into this call center, and I would be at the phone monkey on the other end taking orders. So I hated my job. I didn't like it. So I took the graveyard shift. Less calls meant more time to explore online, figure all this stuff out, figure out what's going on. And I'll tell you, back then, there wasn't a lot of people that were offering courses or boot camps or coaching on how to do this. In fact, there was one that I found, and that was my first mentor. And he taught me lead generation, which is where you take down a bunch of information, you sell it to a company, and you make good money. So that's awesome. Had some big payouts. Most of you have seen this picture before. That's a check. That's me way back in 2005. You can see lost a little hair since then, got a little bit grayer. But anyway, it's about $17,489.53 because we didn't have those high resolution cameras. The camera on my iPhone today blows away any camera we had back then. So I was generating secured loan leads using Google AdWords, and I would sell them to banks and loan companies in the UK. And I'm in Canada, so go figure that one out. Now I focus on Facebook ads. Okay. Then the credit crisis hit. My leads were now worthless. Nobody was buying them because they tightened up the credit criteria. I couldn't sell them to anybody. I had all this knowledge, so then I decided to shift to CPA offers, which is cost per action, which is things like email submits or people joining like a dating site or whatever it may be. It wasn't really physical products. It was more like a variation of lead generation. And I didn't really like it, so I kind of shifted gears again, and I started teaching people how to do it on my membership site. Like I was good at it, but my heart wasn't into it. So my heart is really into coaching, and I do love developing products and selling them. But back then, the CPA stuff was I wasn't really happy with it. I was very happy with my coaching site, which I almost sold for about 2 million. I was very happy, and then Google AdWords decides they didn't like affiliate marketers, and they banned like 10,000 accounts overnight in October, and that basically killed my membership site. So it was a big crash and burn, gigantic. I was down, deep down. It hurt. I was devastated, but I had a little epiphany. I said, you know what? I don't like these CPA offers. They're kind of slimy, to be honest. I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody if they're from the CPA world in here, but why not just sell real physical products using Facebook ads and print on demand companies? So number one, the person actually gets something when they buy it. They actually physically get something, right? But then the problem was, as those that know me know, I don't like dealing with customers. I love dealing with my coaching students, but I don't like dealing with customers who buy my stuff. So I had to pass that off to somebody. So print on demand was the way to go. I loved it because all I had to do was come up with the idea, launch it, run some ads. They would take the orders. I would get the profit, and I didn't have to deal with the customer after that. That was my biggest thing. Like inventory, I didn't really care about. If I had to do inventory, I wouldn't care. I don't have to with print on demand, but if I did, that wouldn't bother me. But the customer service part, I never really liked. So that's kind of why I don't really like Shopify too much, just because I don't like dealing with the customers. And I know you can outsource it, and I have done that. And I found now I was dealing with the person who was dealing with the customers every day, and that person was driving me nuts because every little thing they would contact me or email me or call me and what do I do with this? What do I do with this? I'm like, do your job, your customer service, kick butt, whatever. Anyway, I came back, sold over $1 million in online accounting. I should update that number. It's a little bit higher now. Did it all with Facebook ads. Okay, a ton of it. So the biggest thing I get is, well, I used to get this a ton, is those who can't do teach. Because anytime somebody's online and they're showing you what to do, the negative Nellies and the naysayers always say, well, if you're so good at it, why do you show everybody else? So I already explained why I show everybody else, because I get more reward out of it and I really enjoy doing it. Sorry. So if I'm good at two things, why can't I do both, right? I do both. I don't teach anything that I haven't personally done myself, and I don't teach anything that is not successful with my own stuff. So I'm not the kind of guy who fakes it till he makes it. I already did that stuff years and years ago, so I'm not new to this game, as you can see from the gray hair in that picture. So over the years, I've seen holiday seasons be the best selling times, okay? And like Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, all, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all that stuff. It's just, I used to half-ass the holiday seasons. I used to think, well, I'm doing really well, so who cares? I'm not going to bother. And now I'm like, you know what? I got to really, really get my ducks in a row here, because These holiday seasons are paying off so well when you put your attention, my undivided attention on them, and really focus on them. I do a lot of profits during these seasons. So not anymore. I used to kick myself every year because I would always be too late to the party, and it sucked. That's why I was saying about this Valentine's bootcamp that I'm running. I was too late to the party every other year. And I know there's a lot of guys out there, probably even on this webinar, who are like, yeah, I always get really pumped about it about 2 weeks out. I'm like, you missed it. Don't do that. Be really pumped about it 2 months out instead of 2 weeks out. That way you have everything in place and you're gonna profit. You can't help but profit. You just it's insane what men will buy for women. And if it's mushy and sentimental, and if you look at me, I am not mushy and sentimental at all, but I can make the most mushiest, sentimental, tear invoking stuff out there just because I basically have been doing it for a while. I don't know. I wouldn't wear this stuff myself, but a lot of people eat it up. So now I make sure I'm well ahead of the party. And the next party is Valentine's Day. And you can too. So if you want to get your piece of the Valentine's Day gift giving, give me a yes sir in the chat box right now. This is like where I check to see if people are paying attention too. And I know all of you are because I just got holy crap. I got like 50 yeses all at once. That's awesome. Right on. Cool. Cool. Good stuff. All right. So first, just humor me for 1 second. Okay. Mindset is something I want to talk about real quick because it is the most important thing, almost more important than anything else. More important than your ideas, more important than your designs, more important than who you use for print on demand, more important than Photoshop, more important than anything. It's the stuff between your ears that matters the most. Even me now, like for example, when I do a webinar, like tonight, before my webinar, I don't know why, but I get those little butterflies a little bit. And I'm thinking, Will, you're an idiot. You've done like 1,000 of these. What's wrong with you? But it's my mind playing tricks on me because my mind is saying, what if you fail? What if something happens and the webinar dies? What if it disconnects? What if your internet goes down? What if? And then your mind says, I have to protect him. So I'm going to do all these things to protect Will from feeling bad, right? And your mind doesn't want you to feel bad. So you have to smack your mind in the back of the head, I guess, and say, nope, you shut up. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this well. It's all in your head. It really is. The people that I've seen succeed and the people that I've helped succeed have the best attitudes on this planet. The people that I've seen fail and the 6 people that have asked me for a refund in the past 3 months on a course I put out, their mindset sucks. And one of them I turned around and I actually made it into a post on my blog because he was adamant that my stuff didn't work and I was a scam and blah blah blah. And then I emailed him and I challenged him to do it and he did it. And then a couple of weeks later he emailed me. He said, "Thank you for kicking me in the butt because it worked. I did it. I did it instead of coming up with every excuse not to do it, coming up with every excuse to figure out, I have to figure out every detail of Ads Manager before I can do this." No, you don't. I have to figure out every detail of this print on demand platform before I can do this. And I have to know every rule and I have to have a checklist. I have to go through my checklist step by step by step. No, you don't. You don't. Imperfect action is the best action on this planet. And that's something I learned. So even you'll see me make mistakes on this webinar because I'm human. But the thing is, I follow the mantra of imperfect action. And I do that with my business too. It is better to get something out there than to get nothing out there. Okay? So just remember, mindset is super, super important. So going back to mindset, put yourself in this place. Imagine what you want. So take a second and picture it now. So for me, whenever I do this exercise, I think I really want to go and buy a new snowmobile. And that's weird for some of you because you're like, what the heck's a snowmobile? But it's just you can't ride a snowmobile without the biggest smile on your face on this planet because it's so much fun. It's just fun. Anyway, I'm trying to get my daughter's hooked so I can buy another, but I have a very nice one, but I want to buy a new one. I always want to buy the newest one. So when I think, imagine what I want, I got everything else. I got a great family. I got the house, the car. I don't care about cars. Cars don't worry me at all. You'll probably never see me buy a Lambo or a Ferrari. Number one, I won't fit. I'm too tall. I'm like 6'5", so I never fit. But number two, I don't like them. I honestly don't like them. They're a waste of money to me. So a snowmobile though, that's not a waste of money because that gives me pleasure. That gives me super pleasure. So when I do this, when I take a second and picture it, I picture that. So some people, you might picture quitting your day job. Some people paying off your credit cards, you pay off your house, you buy a new car, you put a nice nest egg in the bank, um, and then just imagine what life would be like when you can sell online successfully and do all that. You can turn it on and off whenever you want. It's pretty cool, right? So would that make a difference in your life with your business and your family? Of course it will. It did for me, and it can for you too. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Right now, we're going to cover three things. What to sell first. And it's not just necklaces. I know I'm a necklace guy and I show a lot of necklaces, but there's more that we can do than just necklaces, okay? So you're going to see a lot of necklace stuff from me, but think outside the box too. Don't be afraid to go beyond that, all right? Number two, how to sell it. Okay, I'll show you that. And then how to ensure your success. Boy, I hit that pretty quick. So if you have questions, that's what the little chat box is for. And I see some questions already coming in, which is awesome. I'm going to go back and cover these. So put them in the chat box. I'll glance over there every once in a while, but I will definitely hit them all at the end, which I always do. So number one, what to sell. What the heck do we sell? So we've got these things. So we know Valentine's Day is coming. We know we're going to use the gift angle. Okay, you're going to use it. If you didn't know that, now you do know. That's what you're going to use. You're going to do not only men buying for women, but women buying for men. Okay, we're going to go both ways. So what do we sell them? Well, here's your options. Now, I love GearBubble. They're my favorite. I know some people don't, and that's fine. You can use Shopify. You can use, I was just talking with a lady about T-Rex. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's a fulfillment company. There's Printful. There's Printex, which is really, really good. There's tons of them out there. There's a couple of other print-on-demand platforms like Teespring is one that I don't really recommend at the moment, only because they're going through a lot of stuff, and I don't know how they're going to come out the back end, honestly. And then there's a couple other companies I'm not even going to mention because I don't like them. So if you want to know who they are, go in my group and ask me. I'll show you the link to that too, the free group. So we got coffee mugs. Look at that. Necklaces, bracelets, shirts, hoodies, phone cases. Don't bother. They don't sell. Hats. Nope. Don't bother. Beanies. Nope. Don't bother. Pillowcases. Yes. Pillowcases work very well for Valentine's Day. Okay. Posters, not really for Valentine's. All over print, neat, but you can't scale them. Leggings, yes and no, not really for Valentine's Day. Ooh, laser engraved necklace. Well, that's good for Valentine's Day. Shot glasses, not really. Travel mugs, yeah, sure. Canvas prints, kinda. But when I think canvas prints, I think more of home decor than anything. So, I mean, my bread and butter is necklaces. And honestly, it's getting harder to do. I'm not going to lie, but not impossible. Okay. It's just harder because so many people know about it now and so many people do it. But if you're unique and you have the first design to market, you can still kick major butt with it. Okay. So I'm not kidding about that. Coffee mugs are wonderful as upsells, and they're also wonderful on places like Amazon, Etsy, and eBay, where you don't have to pay for traffic. So that's another good route to take with those. I use them as upsells a lot. But what are my top three? So of course, necklaces. Right now is hoodies and coffee mugs. Okay. Now the coffee mugs are the upsells to these two. That's the way I work it. And you can do upsells automatically too, which is really neat. Once you set it up, it's done. Canvas prints, they're good, but not right now. Okay. So let's see some examples. So I brought some in here. This guy, I believe I know who it is because there was one, this is a weird story, but this fella copied one of my necklaces like way too close, right? It was basically a copycat. And so I went to his page, his Facebook page, and I texted him or I messaged him through Facebook Messenger and I said, hey, dude, like that's way too close. You can't do that. And then I got it taken down off GearBubble. And he actually blew my mind because he responded to me. And he goes, oh my God. He goes, I'm so sorry, Will. I thought that it was like different enough that I could run it, but I didn't realize that it was yours, and I'm sorry. And I've actually bought your course before and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's actually being honest. And then he gave me his name. And I was like, wow, good for you. So anyway, I have no problem showing his stuff because I mean, I've looked at some other stuff he's doing. It looks very similar to mine, but give him credit. The guy did respond to me, and that's cool. But at the same time, he's still, if he did it to me, he's kind of copying off everybody else too. So I'm just gonna, I don't know whose it is because I don't own GearBubble. I'm just assuming based on the page it was listed on that it's his, but you can see a nice example. Okay. And this format, this style is something that not a lot of people are doing, but it's like the saying is there: to my wife, I loved you then, I love you still, always have, and always will. Throw that on anything for Valentine's Day. To my fiance, to my girlfriend, to my wife, to my husband, to my boyfriend, to my fiance. I guess it sounds the same both ways for that, but this format works very well. And I've run a lot of necklaces with this format, and I've been copied a lot of times with this format, but that's cool because I actually, one of the people that I was coaching showed me a couple necklaces that he was doing where he was splitting it like that. And I thought it was very cool. So I decided to make my own, not even in the same niche as him, totally different, but it worked. So I'm like, that's cool. So, I mean, we all borrow from each other as long as it's completely different. I'm fine with it. But if it looks the same or too close to the same, that's where I kind of get a little bit miffed. But think about this. So at $34.95, the profit margin, spelled, see? Imperfect action. That should say profit margin. Profit margin for one sale is 27, 749 sold of this one, times 27 is 20,223. So just assuming conservatively half is spent on ads, and that's 10,111.50. Not too shabby, right? I think this is pretty new too. Let's look at another one. This is one I show all the time, but I really wanted to include this one because it's a color changing mug, but it's just very simple. And look it, to my wife, I loved you then, love you still, always have, always will. Does that look like a saying that was on something else? Yeah, it was on the other one I just showed. So at 1995, profit margin without the G is $10 on these color changing ones. So 14,298 times 10 is 140,000. So again, I don't know what the guy spent on ads, but I'm thinking if it's half, it's 71,000 on ads. So 71,490 would be the profit. That's pretty good for a mug. Really, really good. And here's another one. So here's what I'm saying. Somebody, see this, 2,246 sold. Somebody took this, and they did a variation, right? So this is different to me. Like, it's the same kind of style, but if you held this mug up beside the other one that I just showed you, they're different, okay? Because it's a different font, different layout, different image. They did put the rings, they did put the same saying, but if somebody copied me like this, I mean, I'd probably curse them out a little bit in my mind, but not much I could do about it because it is different. The flowers are different. There's no hearts on it. So I would say what this guy did is he saw the other mug and he made this. I hope I'm not outing anybody on the call. I'm just waiting for that. No, okay. So 2,246 sold. Price a little bit higher. Excuse me, 22.95. So the profit margin is $13 at, I believe, at $22.95 if I did that right. So that's about 29,198. And again, just assuming spend half on the ads, so the profit would be like 14,599. Still not too shabby. So what that person did, and see this part too, black text, green text, red text. I think it's my friend who loves to go through and kind of borrow from everybody else. So I'd hate to see, it would be interesting to see somebody who constantly borrows from everybody else if they had to go out on their own and use their own brain for once. It'd be very interesting to see how they do. Anyway, the point is this: people are making money. Okay. Now, did you know that you can too? Of course you did. That's why you're here. Here's two more people that are succeeding. This is my buddy. He actually hit, you get little tags whenever on GearBubble. So he hits 10,000 sales. So that's 10,000 units sold. And I love Pierce. He's awesome. I don't think he's on this call, but I helped him with some coaching. And so he just put that on the GearBubble group. So going for gold, because gold is the next one, is 25,000 sales. So I've got the gold one, so he's got the silver. So it's kind of good that way. And then this is cool too. So this is a little one. But just saying, like, hey, I got my first 2 sales from the process, ready to scale. So I love this because he got his first 2 sales, he's following the process, and there is a process or a system. So, excuse me, why the heck would I show you anybody? Those are people who took my last course, right? I want to put you in the right mindset. I want you to think, he's doing it, why can't I do it? There is no reason why you can't do it. The only reason you can't do it is the million excuses you come up with in your head. That's it. It's all there for the taking. You just have to take it. That's the hard part. You have to give yourself permission to be profitable. Once you can do that, you will be profitable. Okay? Anyone can do this. This is probably my favorite slide of my whole webinar. If you believe this statement, those 4 words, you will be profitable because anyone can do this. You just have to allow yourself to. Do you think you can? Right? So number 2, how to sell this stuff. How the heck do we do this? So I've given you a little bit of information on what to sell. And remember, I mentioned something new, pillows. Just take a note of that because those do work. And think about what you could do for Valentines for a pillow. Like, not in a dirty way, but in a nice way for somebody to give in case they're away from their loved one or something like that. You could put a nice message on a pillow, and then it could be something they sleep on every night. So that would be wonderful. But anyway, how to sell stuff. So you need 2 things. You need a product, and you need a way to promote it. That's how you sell stuff. So if you don't have a product, that doesn't matter. All you need is an idea. And I'm going to show you in a second how easy it is to take an idea and put it onto a product. You can do a design yourself, or you can outsource it for cheap. I do mine using Photoshop, but I also do outsource to Fiverr.com. And if you're going to outsource, what I suggest is you pay a little bit extra to get the Photoshop file so that you now have a template that you can edit and you can use it. Okay? Excuse me. That's what I do. So I'll get a template. I'll get a wicked design from Fiverr and I'll use it as a template. So then I can go into a bunch of different versions and just edit it. So do you want to see me make a product? I did this on the last one and people loved it. So give me 1 if you want to see me do a product right now. Right on. Heart necklace, Sue, you read my mind. All right, Sue. Okay, we got tons of ones. And Sue wants to see a heart necklace. So what Sue wants, Sue gets. Last time I did a round one. Look at this. Can you guys see that? So this is Photoshop, right? I'm not only going to show you how to do a round one, but everybody who's in my bootcamp gets this template. This template alone is going to make you a lot of money because all you have to do is edit it very simply. So have you guys seen this style on GearBubble top sellers? Do you know where it came from? Yours truly. Okay. Well, I'm in a daughter niche. Everybody knows that. But watch this. So I've got my template. I'm not going to start from scratch because that takes too long. I'd have to show you how to do the background, the path, everything else. I'm going to give my bootcamp people this template, okay? You're going to have the PSD file, take it, work it, own it, crank out a lot of tests, a lot of different designs. All you have to do is edit the text. That's how cool it is. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can change out those little squiggly lines too, but I'm going to do one, and it's going to be, so this is my Merry Christmas one. I think this one did sell. I can't remember, but I'm going to do this. Do my wife. I'm going to click on there, drag this out, make it look pretty. And then, the apply thing's over here. Okay, I'll apply. And now, so that's my wife layer over here. So I click it and then I click my text tool. I can edit that and then I click my move tool and I can make it wider. But now I don't want to do Merry Christmas because that would be silly. So I'm going to click on my other text layer. Well, that's this one, Merry Christmas. And now, so I click my text layer, and then I click my little text tool, and now I can highlight everything here. Hit delete. And now I can say this. Happy. Now, I think it's apostrophe S, but I better double check that because I can't remember. So I'm going to keep them all together for now. I don't even know if this will fit. Nice start, right? Now I got a little jumbled up mess here. So if I select it, hit a little space bar. Loved you then. Maybe I can do this. I loved you then. Love you still. Then I have to go here. Always. Oops. I'll click down here. Always have. I'm going to put a little space there. Always will. So now I'm looking at that and it's not quite fitting. So I'll just kind of click on that little one below and click on this. See this little text? Sorry. Imperfect action. Forgot to get water. That was dumb. I can make it 16. And that's not quite fitting. So then I can go 15.75. Oh, almost. I can see it once pop up there. 15.5. Always will. Okay, almost. Gotta go a little smaller. So I'll go 15. And then I will just click here, space, delete, 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 delete. And then I could go, actually I could probably do 15.5. Did that change it? Hang on. No, it didn't. I'm gonna go back to 15.5. And then I'll see if I can get always down here. Yeah, close enough. Always have. And here, always have. I'll put space and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just made a Valentine's Day design, but I'm not done. So what I would do now is I would save this as original. So I'm going to file, save as. If you're using a different version of Photoshop, it's file, export as, or something like that. But I want to save it as the original. So I save it as original, place the one that's in there. And now what I'm going to do is I want to make this on a gold necklace. Valentine's Day. Yeah, yeah. I could scroll that back a bit, but the reason somebody said I would make Happy Valentine's Day altogether, and yeah, I mean it's personal preference, but I can move that back a bit. What I find is when people are reading, they read left to right, so I want the left top to be the start of it, so it's pretty clear that, like, if I move this back down here, it just looks a little bit awkward to me. But you can do, I mean, you guys are going to have this template when you're in my boot camp, so you can play with it however you want. So I've got that, and I know I want to put this thing onto gold with a black background. So let me change this. So let me watch this. I'm going to change the heart color here. So I double clicked it and it's red. Everything's on my second monitor. So I'm just going to drag that down. And now that's cool, but it doesn't look like gold, kind of like gold flake or like gold leaf or gold texture. So now what I want to do is go here and go blending options. I should actually do this all together. I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to merge all these. Excuse me, I apologize for that. So click them all, rasterize layers, and then merge. So now I've got one layer, and you can see I turn it on or off. And now what I want to do is do a blending option. And I want to do a color overlay to a kind of gold color. So I need to find the gold here. Something like that. That's a little bright. Select one of these. A little bit darker. There we go. So that's okay. So I'm going to click OK. So yeah, you could sell that. And I have sold this version too. But the last step is go that, blending options, and then this, bevel and emboss. And what you want to do is the chisel hard. So think of that on one of those gold necklaces, right? Pretty cool. So now I go File, Save for Web. And I'm going to, oh, it popped over here too. And I'm going to save it. And what I just did, I'm going to put it right in here. I'll call it gold. So I just saved it. This has a PNG file. And what I just did is I created a design right before your eyes. So see how fast that is with a template? Now what I would do is I would go find more neat little slogans that I can put on a necklace to my wife. And then I could say, oh, I want to do to my husband. I want to do to my boyfriend, to my girlfriend, to my fiance, all that good stuff for Valentine's Day, right? You don't even have to say Happy Valentine's Day on it. I do because it really ties it in with the ad. And it really ties it in with the whole purpose of them buying it. So I'm going to scroll that over there momentarily. So I did it. So the product is made. So now what the heck do I do with it? That doesn't look like a product, right? I mean, it's just an image. So let's do something with it. So let's take that puppy and let's put it on a print on demand company. There's my favorite, ppccoach.com/GearBubble. A lot of you actually did join. This is an affiliate link, okay, full disclosure. If you don't want to use my affiliate link, go to GearBubble.com and just join right from there. So you want to see me upload a product? Of course you do. So check this out. So I've got my little thingamabobber here. Let me just open this in a new tab, get set up. Now, a lot of you have already done this, but some of you haven't. So I am going to do it with you. So let me put that there. I'm logged in. This is my account I use for my training. And you can see that other one. I did one to my future wife, Merry Christmas, and I sold like 9 of them. And that was not really even put much effort into it. I did this one live on the last webinar for the Christmas Bootcamp. So here's what we do. Create an account with GearBubble, log in. Go traditional, necklace. The reason that I'm showing you guys this and demonstrating this is because I want you to see that after you've done this a million times, it's not really that difficult to do. Like I've always said, the difficult part is you not giving yourself permission to kick ass with this. Okay. Now another thing I've noticed too is under the cost, there's a group out there that is going like super cheap on these, like $19.95. They don't last long, but they're really making it difficult for legitimate sellers because they come in, they copy this, and then they make it $19.95. And I don't know how they're making any money. Watch this. If I put this at $19.95, my 27 goes down to 12. You cannot be advertising this on Facebook with a $12 profit per sale. You can definitely be advertising this making $27. That leaves you a ton of room for your ads and your ad costs. So even if it costs $15 to get a sale, or let's say $17, keep it round, that's $10 profit per sale. So you sell 5 of these a day at $10 profit per sale. That's $50 a day. Think you can do that? I think you can. Next step. It's just 3 pages. So I go here and add a title. So Happy Valentines. See, I gotta put it like that. Necklace. And now here I get a little bit mushy. Want to make your wife cry tears of joy. Whatever. You can say whatever you want. Then this is the perfect Now I'm going to tell them what to do. Gift from you to her. Get her one now. Give it to her for Valentine's Day when you take her out for dinner that evening. She will love that you thought ahead like this. Believe me, I know. Get her one now. So, instead of putting a bunch of gibberish in here, I'm talking to the guy. Okay, so that's all you're doing with your ad copy, or with your copy on your page, and your ad copy too. Speak to them like you're talking to a friend. Okay, so want to make her cry tears of joy? Well, of course I want to make my wife cry tears of joy. Then this is a perfect gift for you to her, from you to her. Get her one now. Give it to her for Valentine's Day when you take her out to dinner that evening. She will love that you thought ahead like this, because men, traditionally, me included, don't think ahead. We kind of go, oh crap, it's February 13th. What do? Oh, I got to get flowers. Crap, I got to go to the flower store and they're going to charge me an arm and leg. But imagine a guy actually thought ahead and bought something like weeks and weeks in advance of Valentine's Day. Man, he would be the best partner ever. I swear to God. So I can put this under holidays. I can put Valentine's Day to my wife. Or maybe I'll just put wife gift. Something like that. And then I like to put this at 10. And then I always end it at 10 because this is evergreen. So at 10 o'clock, this will flip over and you never have to reset this campaign. So you can sell it indefinitely. You don't have to come in and restart your campaigns. This is just the campaign length, means because there's a timer on the page, it'll go and have the timer end at 10 o'clock p.m. I do 10 because I don't want to go to bed too late and I want to pull money from GearBubble every day. So at 10 o'clock, well, about 10:30, I go into my GearBubble account and I hit the get paid button. That way, I've got a deposit coming that day. So I do that daily. That's my ritual. It's very cool. So I'm going to put this. Am I going to be the first to get Valentine? Valentines. Oh, somebody got it. Ah, somebody didn't get that. So that's mine. Valentine's Day wife. Nobody take it. You can't. I got it. Launch. So what I just did is I launched the thing very quickly. It took me, 10 minutes total to create one and launch it. And now, I mean, you set all your pixel, you do all that good stuff. Select an upsell. You can do all that. I'm not going to do the upsell right now, but the upsell is just a matter of creating a mug and then selecting an upsell from here. I'll show you. So say I had a mug created. I go to settings, and then I go upsell, and then I would pick one. So this is going to show my other stuff, but I have to show right here. I just click select, and then I turn a discount on to like 20%. Then I click update. And then it'll automatically put an upsell on that mug for me. So due to time constraints, i.e. it is 9:48 p.m., I am not going to do the upsell, but that is what you do. You'd also do your tracking pixels and lead generation. All this stuff is stuff that I cover in my bootcamp, but I can't really cover every single aspect of everything today, especially because we're running behind schedule. This is the first time ever. I apologize for taking too long. But, so that's pretty cool, right? Give me a 1 if you think that's awesome. Some of you have seen it before. You're hard to impress. Others like it. Well, I got a lot of ones anyway. Cool. Sue, you got your heart-shaped one right there. So there you go. And you guys now see how I do the heart-shaped ones too. And the bootcamp members are going to get that template, which is made me, holy crap, I can't even count. That template alone has probably made me $400,000. So, and you guys are going to get it. I should actually end this whole thing right now and just sell that template. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. So we've now got a product. We've got it launched. Now we need to do what I consider the hardest part, and that is promoting it. So we need to be able to put our products in front of millions of people. And how the heck are we going to do that? Facebook ads. They're my favorite. They're still my favorite. I know they're hard sometimes and it changes so friggin' fast, but there are methods out there that work. My bootcamp people saw one of my really good methods that I use for not only launching but scaling. I still do use that right now, but that's not all I use. I've got other stuff. So you want to promote your product with Facebook ads. So now this part is a tad more involved, and there's a system behind this. So first, I use test ads to make sure people are buying the products. A lot of people get hung up here. Okay, they get hung up on the design part first, and then they get hung up on the testing part because people don't want to test. Think of it when you see a big screenshot of or you look at like some of the products I've shown you tonight that have like thousands and thousands of sales. Somebody didn't just launch that and it happened to work. They launched probably 10 different products before they found that one, and then they really went after that one. That's what testing is. Testing is annoying, but testing saves you money long term. You have to be constantly testing new ideas so that you don't stumble upon, you basically manufacture your own luck through testing. So when you see big sales and you think, okay, well, that guy sold 2,000 of that coffee mug, well, he got lucky. Yeah, he got lucky. He made his own luck. He didn't see the other 10 products that he tested and that didn't work, that completely flopped. You're just seeing the one good one. That's what testing is all about. So, second, when you find a winner, you launch full ad campaigns for the winning tests. Third, you scale your winner. So it's like a 3-step process, right? The actual nitty-gritty of it is not that simple. Okay, does that sound complicated? Well, no, the simple 3-step is not. But do you want to see me set up a Facebook ad campaign? Here's where I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I had to trick you. That's a huge part of the bootcamp, okay? The ad campaign part is so involved and takes so much time and so much effort and explanation that I've actually got like my videos in there already that are just waiting to show you how to kind of set up the test stuff. The live webinars are where I really focus on the Facebook ad stuff because it is involved and it does take time to explain. And watching somebody do it over the shoulder, I think, is the best way to learn it. So, I mean, I've even taken it a step further with this bootcamp. Based on feedback from a lot of great people in the other one, I'm going to do checklists for campaigns and for the whole system. So you get a lot with the new bootcamp. So we would need a couple hours to go through it all. Last bootcamp I did, 3 live webinars, an hour each, 3 hours, and they were all Facebook ads. So I can't really do that on this one. I would love to, but I'll be shot if I spend all night on here. So setting up ads, excuse me, is an art and a science. Okay, it is not easy the first time you do it at all. In fact, it's quite difficult. But like anything, when you do something quite a bit, you get better at it. Just like anything. Okay, with some help, do you think you could do it? Sure you can. I'm sure a lot of you have taken a stab at Facebook ads and you might be thinking, man, everything I've tried hasn't worked. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So just like when I test my products, I also test my systems and I test my methods and I test and test and test. And I spend a lot of time testing. 20% of my time is spent just testing new methods for Facebook ads because that's how I stay ahead of the curve. And that's how I'm always making sure I'm up to date because Facebook changes so often, I have to change with it. So I have to spend 20% of my time, energy, and budget testing. That's the stuff that I showed you guys, the successful stuff. Okay, now you probably didn't see what I did there, but I don't always see what you did there, but when I do, it was just now. So you know how to sell. Let's look at the last part of the webinar now. How to ensure success. Now, wouldn't that be nice if you guys could be successful and just turn this stuff on and off whenever you want and make money and everybody's happy and, you know, go to that part where you're imagining stuff again. So I've sold a lot of courses and boot camps. I should update this with my boot camp stuff, but I'm really proud of this course. I'm going to do version 2 because some of the stuff in there is getting a little old, but it does still work, so I am keeping it up. I noticed something though. when I sell these courses and when I do these boot camps, not everyone took action. And I'm like, what the heck, man? You bought my boot camp. Why aren't you taking action? And some people will give me a million excuses. Some are legit. One fella was in the, I don't know, brain fart. He was a pilot and he got deployed and he was still trying to do my boot camp. And I'm like, holy crap, that's dedication. That guy's going to do it. When he gets back from flying his jets and all that stuff, that guy's going to kick ass because he's dedicated. If he's following my boot camp and he's being deployed to like fight, I don't know where he went, but I'm assuming an aircraft carrier. I don't know, maybe it's an Air Force base. But anyway, for him not taking action and saying, I'm sorry, Will, I was deployed. I'm like, legit, no problem. But other people saying, well, I didn't feel like it. Or, well, I didn't understand this, so I gave up. Or, well, whatever excuse you have. They're all excuses. The only real ones that I've heard is the guy who said he was being deployed for his like army duty. So that makes me sad. I don't like that. I know it happens. Lots of people buy things, but they never do them. So why? And like, what can I do to change this? And I figured it out. It's boot camps, and it's also mentors. I know when I started, I found a mentor, and he showed me the ropes. But most importantly, he held me accountable. So accountability is a huge, huge deal. And what I learned from my last boot camp is I didn't hold people accountable enough, but I've learned because I always learn. Whenever I do something, I make notes and I do surveys and I see so that I can test it, tweak it, and make sure I get the best out of everybody. Accountability truly is key, but it's not the only way to ensure success. Someone needs to show you. Otherwise, how do you know what to do? I had someone show me. Then I applied my knowledge to Facebook ads. It's like anything in life. You learn first from people who know how, and there's things we learn from others. Things like walking, right? You learn that from your parents, how to speak, riding a bike. You learn your parents probably push you along, playing any sport, driving a car, your job, parenting, and a million other things. You learn that from other people. Tiger Woods has a swing coach. He used to be the best golfer in the world. And I love using this example because how the heck, why would the best golfer in the world ever need a swing coach? I mean, obviously he's a better golfer than his swing coach, but his swing coach is not necessarily showing him mechanics or something like that. His swing coach is there for the mental aspect as well, okay? Because a lot of golf is mental. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water there. LeBron James has a shooting coach. Best all-around basketball player on the planet has somebody showing him how to shoot a basketball. Blows my mind, but it happens. And usually the shooting coach is some fat, balding white guy who can just drill shots left, right, and center. LeBron could destroy him on the court, but the shooting coach has a specialized skill where he knows what he's doing. He's got systems. He's got the mechanics down, and he works on the mental game with LeBron. LeBron can't do it on his own. I mean, sure, the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers is Tyronn Lue, who was like, I would say, a subpar basketball player. I don't even know how he made it in the NBA, but he's LeBron's coach. I think he's more of LeBron's puppet, but shooting coaches are a whole different story. So name a sport. Every single one of his coaches. Zuckerberg, rumor has it he went to CEO coach. Okay, Yoda. This is awesome. Another story. In 23rd, I'm going to see Star Wars. Finally, I could finally get tickets. The 115 show, 3D IMAX. I cannot wait. So I had to put this in here. Yoda taught Luke Skywalker. He didn't learn the ways of the Force alone. Luke is now going to teach that chick, what's her name? Rey, I imagine. I don't know. Don't spoil it if you're on here and you've already seen it. I'm sure a lot of you have. But he didn't learn the Force alone. I mean, much to learn. You still have, right? Even me, I still have much to learn. I still buy courses and I still buy stuff because I want to learn from people. I want to take golden nuggets from people because that's how you learn. So what if there was someone who could help you learn? Hint. What if there was a way to be held accountable? Would that help you out? These are all hypothetical, right? Let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? I know we're running a bit behind. I apologize for that. We're at 10 o'clock now. Give me a 1 if you're enjoying it so far. You guys are awesome. You blow up that chat box. I wish you could see it. Okay. So do you think this stuff can work for you? Remember, go in your head. Do you think, well, anyone can do this? I want that answer to be anyone can do this. I can do this. Why can't I do this? Why can this guy sell 1,000 necklaces and I can't sell one? Because your mind is stopping you. That's the only thing stopping you. Okay. We've covered what to sell, how to ensure success. Let me ask another question. Do you want to take it to the next level? Do you want to get in that boot camp? Put I'm ready in the chat box now. You already beat me to it. You guys are awesome. If I try, you're right. If you try, that's all you can do is try. When you try, you actually manufacture your own luck. And when you manufacture your luck, you get lucky a lot. And when you get lucky, you make money. So it's all tied together, and it's all part of a process. Introducing the Valentine's Day Bootcamp, which I had the gall to show 5 days before Christmas. The info and methods I've shown today only scratched the surface, not even a dent. As you can see, I couldn't even go through the ad stuff because the whole bulk of the bootcamp is ad stuff. I'm getting more design stuff in there because people were struggling with that, and I'm getting more backup for my testing in there too. But this is what it's all about, showing you what to do and holding you accountable. Okay, the accountability part, I had an issue on the Christmas bootcamp with my emails going out properly, so I had to scramble. This time, there's no issue. Those emails are going out on the clock daily, and they're way different from the other bootcamp because the accountability side is going way, way, way up based on my feedback from the other bootcamp. What is it though? So I just want to clarify, this is for anyone who wants to sell products using Facebook ads successfully. Okay, and I need to tie that in with Valentine's Day too. Okay, you can pay for the bootcamp with one successful campaign and pay for it several times over, no doubt about it. If we're just aiming for a $50 profit per day, I already showed you that. If you put up one necklace, we made one on the webinar here, and put it up at $34.95. We sell 5 of those, and it costs us $17 each. That's $10 profit per day. That's $50 per day. It is possible. There's no reason you can't do it. The only reason you can't do it is because you will not let yourself do it. Okay? So here's what you're going to get. And the guys in the other, oh, see? Imperfect action, right? This is Valentine's Day, Will, dummy. 3 webinars. Each webinar is over the shoulder training. Watch me do it. Apply what you did. Total value, $1,997. But I'm going to throw in these bonuses for you. But first, we all have that little thing called disposable income. You take some, invest it in yourself to speed up your learning curve. You guys just spend a ton of money on Christmas gifts. Buy a gift for yourself. Okay? This boot camp is a gift for yourself. It's an investment in yourself. And it's going to be a good one. Everyone needs a little hand holding. So that's what the first bonus is. See, I got this one right. Valentine's Day Bootcamp, private mastermind group, worth the same value as the actual webinars and the training to me, because you're getting support and you're getting a group of like-minded individuals in one place to help you, to push you to, if you're having a bad day, post in there. This sucks. I hate it. What's wrong? Well, I tried this, and this. It didn't work. Okay, cool. Put that aside. Take some notes on what didn't work, adjust, adapt, and move forward. And that's what we do. We help each other. It is as valuable as the webinars. The private mastermind groups are invaluable. If you only got that, would it be worth it? Of course it would. So you're going to get 3 live over-the-shoulder webinars from me. And these are, like, this webinar is kind of a mix of training and, like, salesy type stuff. The ones that I do live are 100% training over my shoulder. There's no fluff at all. And I wish I didn't have this cough, but so 1,997 value there. Bonus 1, private mastermind group, 1,997 value, $3,994 value. But I have one more for you. But first, what's the difference between time and money? You always know how much money you have, but you don't know how much time you have, okay? We are all on this big ball of dirt for a limited amount of time. The longer we delay our success, the worse it's going to be. Okay, so don't delay things because of limited beliefs or negative beliefs in yourself. Like, money is replaceable. Time is not. So we all get older every second of the day. It's really blows your mind when you think about it, but whereas money always comes back into our life. It always seems to replenish. If you have a job, I don't know when you guys get paid, every week or 2 weeks. I can't remember. It's been a long time for me. But your bank account is always replenished. And then money goes out for bills and stuff like that. And then you go out for dinner and do whatever else you want. I buy a lot of coffee because I love coffee, but money replenishes. Time does not. You can trade one for the other. Okay. Let's go back to the bonus for a second. This is the part that I kind of messed up on the first boot camp because the emails weren't going out correctly, but I've got it down pat now. So it's 21 days of motivational accountability and instructional emails sent to your inbox from me daily auto. Okay, it'll be in there. And you're going to be like, where's my email, Will? Okay, I might throw it off. I might send it later in the evening one time, just to throw you off. But these emails are going to contain the key ingredient of accountability, which is vital. So I'm going to say, okay, on the webinar, I said this. Did you do it? I want everybody to go post in the group what you did. Tell me if you did that. That's my accountability. I'm going to ask you. I'm not just going to show you what to do. I'm just going to lay out the whole blueprint. I'm going to ask if you did it. Because a lot of people need that little kick in the butt just to get going. I'm going to make you succeed at this, if you let me. And I got one more bonus too. I took there's 12 of them, little how-to videos. And if you're in my Christmas bootcamp, you probably saw these, but I'm going to add some more too. They're basically how-to videos on the basics, just to get you started right away. And this is where I've sold a lot of courses, and they're all over the shoulder videos, like the ones that are in the group right now. But you have access to them instantly, okay? And they're very valuable. Let me take a drink here for a second. So that has a $9.97 value right there. So you've got two choices. Do nothing. Don't take the leap of faith. That's risk-free. Go back to doing whatever you were before you spent time with me today. Or pony up, I love that word, pony up, a small amount of money compared to what you'll spend on your own learning the systems, your trial and error, not to mention all the value you're getting and accountability. It's almost decision time for you. And it's coming very soon. Let me refresh this. 3 live over shoulder webinars, 1997. Private Facebook mastermind group, 1997. 21 days of emails, 497. That should be more valuable because those are very valuable for accountability. And then the how-to videos. Okay, so that's $5,488 in value. There's 2 types of people. And if you've seen my webinars before, you see I always show this. There's Lazy Larry eating his Cheetos, playing his Wii, which doesn't even exist anymore, by the way. They changed it to the Nintendo Switch. And Take Action Ted, the fist pump champion, my man Ted. I want these people. If you're a female, it's Tedorette. I don't know what you call a female. But anyway, information alone is not going to help you. I gave you a lot. I even gave away one of the necklaces that, I'm going to run. But it's not going to help you. You have to take action on it. That's what will help you. Accountability will also help you tremendously. That's what a lot of people need, me included. I need somebody to say once in a while, hey dummy, what are you doing? Why aren't you working? I'm like, but I was watching Iron Man 2 for the 50,000th time on my TV. Okay, get to work. Sometimes you need accountability. I told you to do this. Did you do it? Make up an excuse. I put together a package today that will over-deliver on value for you. It's on you now. Pick your money or your excuses. So you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. I can't make you drink this water. The water's there. Everything's ready. It's all ready to go. It's going to be awesome. I can't make you do it, though. You have to allow yourself to succeed. Okay? Now, I'm going to hear a lot of excuses, and that's fine. I think I've heard them all, but then I'm always blown away by a really big doozy. Option 1 is money. Get this boot camp. Be accountable, get help, succeed faster. Option 2 is excuses. Tell yourself why you can't instead of why you can. But is there a guarantee? Sure, you're going to die and you're going to pay taxes. That's the only 2 in life. There's no guarantees. I mean, this is going to give you the best chance at success, but I can't guarantee it because I can't control your action. So that's what you're going to get, right? Webinars, mastermind group, 21 days of email, how-to videos. I should have added checklists in there because those are going to be part of it too. $5,488. So if all it did was give you 24 access to a group of people like you ready to help with your products and Facebook ads, would that be worth it? If it showed you the exact steps over the shoulder via the live training on 3 webinars, would that be worth it? If it saved you thousands of dollars in trying to learn this all on your own, would that be worth it? You get all that plus all the bonuses, but I had a choice to make, go cheap, give it to everybody, or the second option, I want to charge more. I want to sell to less people, so I'm able to give those people more attention. You'll see in the boot camp, any question you have, I'm in there and I'm going to answer it. And I'm going to help you. The webinars are going to help you. I want you to succeed. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm also going to hold you accountable. There's your combined value. You can see why it's a good deal at that. I'm going to charge $9.97 to the general public, but today, because you guys showed up here on the webinar, it's $4.97. Okay. If you want in, I want to help you. Go there. ppccoach.com/bootcamp. That's 50% off the general public price. Time to choose, red pill or blue pill. I always put this in my webinars. Take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed, believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. That's Morpheus. I'm Morpheus, you're Neo. I want to help you. Let me help you. Go there, do it. I'm going to take some questions in a second here, but it's ppc-coach.com/bootcamp. If you have any issues with that, email me, ppccoach@gmail.com, or go in the free group and ask away. Sorry. So if you do have questions, post them in the group or email me, whatever you want to do. Let's get started. Get in there now for instant access. It actually starts right away with the videos that you can access, as well as the group that you can access right away. But the official start is the first webinar day, which is the 27th of December. Okay, so we've got like a week to go get you prepared, get everything up and running before the first webinar. So in the group right now, it begins, but the official start date is the 27th. Okay, so I want to get people in there now so they can watch all the videos, get up to speed, and get some tests going, get some designs going, get some test campaigns going. Okay, so what is the difference between now and later? Right now, you might be struggling, and you're human. It happens. Later, you won't be, because I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to battle with your brain that is stopping you from succeeding. I'm going to help you with that, because I do that too. I do that all the time. So I know how to trick my brain now. Go there, get started. I'd love to help you. If there are other questions, email me, ppccoach@gmail.com. I'm going to go through a couple that I get all the time, common questions, and then I'll go in the chat here. I see there's a lot of them coming in, so I'm going to go in there too. And actually, I see people already joining. Awesome. Okay, so what exactly am I getting? Well, it's 3 live webinars, private Facebook group, 21 days of emails, how-to videos, checklists, and full support from me. This is like a course, but it's kind of like a live course. And so you got coaching too. If you want me to help you coach, if you want me to coach you one-on-one, it's $2,500. So this allows me to get a good group of people together, charge them a lot less than I do for one-on-one, and have everybody succeed. So I love it. That's what you get. What if I can't make a webinar? See, imperfect action, I forgot. But no problem. They're all recorded, replays posted in the private Facebook group. The group basically has a pinned document that has links to all the videos, to all the webinars, and to all the tools, and as well, checklists that I'm going to be adding in there. How is it delivered? 3 live webinars are on GoToWebinar. As soon as you join, you're automatically added to those webinars. You're automatically added to the email list as well. You don't have to do anything else. The only thing you have to do is request access to the Facebook group, okay? So is it live, or can I access it whenever I want? The webinars, the 3 of them are live, but they're then posted to the group along with the videos. So it's kind of a hybrid. Will this work for e-commerce like Shopify? Yep. I show with GearBubble because that's who I like. But you can do this with Shopify, or GearBubble has a pro version too, which basically gives you your own store, your own domain, which is pretty cool. Yes, you get lifetime access to the course. Is it right for me? Of course it is. If you want to sell during, I would say, one of the best times of the year, Valentine's Day, using an angle that I use successfully year round, it's just amplified during Valentine's Day, then of course it's right for you. If you're going to give yourself permission to succeed, this is for you. Is it too late to start? Imperfect action will. This was for the Christmas one, so we're going to skip that. Where can I go to get more questions answered? There's my group. Facebook.com/groups, PPC Coach group. Go in there and ask some questions. There's a lot of people in there. Some of them have already done the Christmas bootcamp too. And a lot of those people who did the Christmas bootcamp are the ones who gave me really good ideas to improve upon the Valentine's Day bootcamp. So I'm pumped. I got some awesome stuff coming. If you were in the Christmas bootcamp, there's a lot of new stuff that I'm going to show you that I haven't showed in the Christmas one, because it's only 3 live webinars. So I show the best of the best at that time, and I know it works for Valentine's Day too. So let's take some questions. First question, how long is the bootcamp going to be? It's 3 weeks, 21 days. Another question here. If you have a question, post it in the chat. Oh, I should probably go to the top. Oh, somebody was asking about the $330,000 day. Yeah, it's print on demand that he was doing it in. Another one. Best time of my life. Yeah, in touch with your feminine side to be that mushy. I'm not really in touch with it, but I know it sells, so I can fake it, I guess. Audio good. Oh, other than men and women buying for each other, do you give the Valentine gifts to anyone else in the family or friends, and who else? I stick to partners for it, but you could certainly expand on that. Another one saying, note, my best-selling pendant on Etsy is my second design after doing your course. It sells all the time. Oh, sweet. Right on. Just scrolling through here. Sorry if there's some silence. Oh, what if the text is copyright to my wife, etc.? Surely that is an infringement of your work, even if the design is different. Yeah, if a phrase is trademarked, and then you can't really use it. But I don't think a lot of those are trademarked. So, I mean, you could search a trademark database to make sure, just to be safe. But I haven't run into many issues with it. Does GearBubble do like personal photos on necklaces and bracelets? That is a good question. Coffee mugs, yes. T-shirts, hoodies, yes. I don't think they do them on bracelets or necklaces, though. I went over 1,000 sales during your bootcamp. Awesome. Good job. Right on. Good, good, good. I have seen it before, but I'd love to see it again. Okay. Are those asterisks in between? Should be together. I'm just reading through this. Do you find the heart necklace to husband, boyfriend, male sells well, or would the round be better? Yeah, good point. The round, I found silver works better when it's bought for a male. And for some reason, the heart stuff seems to be working better when it's bought for a female. Okay, so do you know if GearBubble converts higher than if you post a product on your own site, assuming you have all the badges, etc.? Like versus a Shopify store, I've tested them, and I've found not much difference in conversion rates. So that's why I like print on demand and I like using them, because I do not like customer service, so I'd rather let them do it. If on GearBubble, how do you handle the email ownership? You own the email, so you can hook up any campaign to an autoresponder. I use Aweber, so anybody that buys through GearBubble is added to my list on Aweber, and I own that list. So I can email them anything I want, and I do. I send out a lot of product emails, a lot of sales for holidays. Excuse me. Oh, is it the same as your GearBubble course? No, this is totally different. Totally different, because the GearBubble course is a course. So you buy the course and you're on your own. Basically, you're on your own. I mean, there's a ton of content in there, but this is a hybrid. This is like a course and webinars and coaching all wrapped in one, and it's a boot camp. And I'm showing a lot of different stuff too. Go get some water. We're not going in it. Yeah, actually, I got the wife to get me a thing of water there. If you heard some silence, that's what it was. Would the FB ads in bootcamp have already been covered in the traffic to funnel course? No, I'm not going to. Well, what did I put in that course? 10 packs. There may be a 30% overlap between this and that, but I'm going to show some new stuff in this that I've been working on that that I haven't showed in any of the boot camps or courses yet. I'm ready. Cool. How long is it be? Okay. We're coming up on the end of these questions, so if you guys want to get in there, it's ppccoach.com/bootcamp. And if you have any issues with that form, that order form, let me know. And if anybody wants to use PayPal instead, just email me direct, and I'll have to manually add you to some things, but it is possible. Okay. How much do you have to spend on ads to make 50 profit a day? You would have to spend, well, if you think about it, say you make $100 a day and you spent 50 and you made 50. That's a reasonable rate. So I would say 50 a day to make 50 profit. Well, that would be 100%. I'd say more than that. 75 a day to 100 a day to make $50 profit would probably be more reasonable. Oh, when are the webinars? They're Wednesdays at 1:00 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't make the webinar, then I will definitely, like, the replays are going up 100%. And if you have questions, that's what the group's for. And I answer every single question personally in the group. So you get my coaching for a huge discount. Do you think it's worth it to keep my GearBubble Pro at $97 a month? My funds are a little bit limited at this time, but I hate to lose the founding member benefits. Does your GB course show how to use Facebook ads in a way that gives the same kind of feedback as GB Pro does with its analysis of what's selling well? Yeah, if you're not making money with GB Pro, then you will lose the other domains, which sucks. But I didn't even know it was $97 a month. I got it for free, so that's news to me. You might want to stick to the GearBubble platform, get that profitable, then jump over to GB Pro later if you want. I'm in. My GB payout just came in. The only reason I have one is because of your previous genie. Oh, that's awesome. Right on, Steve. Cool. Awesome. Ian had to go to work. Great webinar. Thank you, my friend. How much ad money do I need to get going? Good question. You can start small, but if you start small, you're going to move slow. Okay, so when I'm doing a test, say one test, I want to spend about $20 on that test. Okay, so people, when this question is not really how much do I need, it's more I'm scared to spend money because I don't realize that I'm going to make more than that back. It won't be immediate, but it will happen. And once that table flips, you actually do want to spend more money every day. So you can start with a low daily budget, and you could do a couple tests a day or a couple tests a week. Instead of doing like 10 a week, you could do like 2 a week. And that's like $40 a week for your testing. And then when you're starting your ads, you can start them low, but they'll move slow. So you have to have a lot of patience to do that. It's hard to do it when it's lower budgets, but it does work. Okay. And then once you find good stuff that's working, you can get to the higher daily budgets, like the 300, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250, 1,500, $2,000 a day campaigns that do exist, that have been run and are run. Okay. So where do you start? I mean, how much do I need to spend to get going? Whatever you can afford. Okay. That's what I would say. The more, the better. But get used to the system first before you dump a ton of money into it. Just take it slow at first. And then as you're getting success, dump more money into it. Because then eventually you get to the point where you're like, man, can I spend more? Because I'm making more. And every time I spend more, I'm making more because we're buying traffic to our products. So would the FB ads and the bootcamp have already been covered in the traffic to your funnel course? Like I said, about 30% overlap, but I'm going to show some new stuff too that I did not show in the traffic to your funnel course. Okay. No PayPal. Yeah, there's no PayPal. If you need to use PayPal, send me an email, and actually just send payment to my email, ppccoach@gmail.com, for the course via PayPal. Then send me an email just to let me know you did that, and then I will manually add you to the webinars, to the group, and to the email list. So that's no problem. What's the difference from the PPC Coach last time? Can we access on those training? Oh, the Christmas one, it had a different focus than this, and there are some different methods shown than this one. Right on. You're in. Good stuff, Ernie. Can't wait, my friend. We're going to kick butt. No image uploads are not on the necklace, right? Where to check trademark stuff? Is there any link? I'd literally just Google trademarks, trademark checks, and I think it's off the top of my head, I can't remember. There's a government database in the US that holds them all, and I'm having a brain fart here. Just literally go to Google and put in trademark check, and you'll find it. That's it, uspto.gov, I think it is. United States, what's a P for? I don't know. PayPal option, yeah, just email me the money to my ppccoach@gmail.com via PayPal, send the money, send me an email, and then I'll hook you up or manually to everything that you need to be in. Did you say GB takes care of customer service? Yes, I did. With the platform, not the pro, the platform, the regular one, they do it. So I don't have to speak to these people. I love it. I don't have to do customer service. I am in heaven. Love it. They take the order, they print it, they ship it, and they handle all those customers. So I just love it. Are you going to teach more scaling on the bootcamp versus compared to the Christmas bootcamp? Yeah, I'll show more scaling, definitely. Split pay. Jennifer, send me an email. We will work something out if you need to do that. Anyone who does not know about rules must take the bootcamp. Amen, Hale. That's true. Oh, email address, ppccoach@gmail.com. I haven't received an actual receipt. I did get a welcome email, so I posted that in the receipt section of the 3 questions about getting accepted to the group. Will that work? Yep, that'll work. And I see you're on here too, saying that, so I will go in there. All right, so I can't believe I went that long. It's 10:28. I apologize for going long. Usually I try and keep these to an hour. Last question. Well, there are just a couple more coming in. Is there much difference from the GB course? Yeah, there's quite a bit of difference. In that, like I said, you get coaching, you get support, you get accountability, you get more than just a set of videos. I mean, the course is great. I love the course. I'm very proud of it. But this is where it takes it kind of to the next level with the bootcamp, because you're getting my undivided attention at a discount. Like I said, I charge $2,500 for one-on-one coaching, and this is like $497, and you're still getting me. You're going to get my attention. So that alone, I'm not being a dick, but time is money, right? So I have my own business that I run too. So you're getting access to that. So it is a different animal than the course itself. The course is awesome, and the course alone can do really well for you. But I actually underpriced that course severely, and I do regret that. I should have priced that way higher than I did. But anyway, version 2 will probably be a little bit more expensive than that. Can you repeat the PayPal payment? Can you put the link, please? Oh, for PayPal, just go to go to PayPal, do send money, do PPC Coach at gmail.com, like my email address. That'll go to me. Okay. And then send me an email that you paid via PayPal. I will manually add you to the group and to the webinars and to the email list so that you get everything. It won't be automated. I'll have to do it manually. Will you critique designs? Jennifer, I love, love, love critiquing designs. I love it. That's whenever I see, and people in the Christmas Bootcamp that post the designs, you guys are awesome because you post it and then right away I'm like, I get it. I see. Excellent for taking action, but here's some things I would change, or here's some suggestions to make that work a little bit better. And when you take that, when you post designs for critiquing, I want to help you even more than anybody else because it means you're taking action. It means you're looking for help. It means you're going to get more than your money's worth for this. So 100% I critique designs. I love critiquing designs, and nobody in the group is going to steal your design because if they do, they're going to be kicked out of the group. Okay. Because we're not going to tolerate copycats at all. We always have an awesome group of people in these boot camps. All righty. Here, let me go back here. There's a question. Where's my email? Let me find this here. There, this email. If you're doing PayPal, that's the email address you send it to, okay? Because that's also my PayPal email address. So send it there, then send me an email saying you did it. I'll get a notification anyway from PayPal, but just let me know like the email address you want me to use for the list pretty much. More nice. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I am not Photoshop proficient, nor am I a creative person. Is there hope? Of course there's hope. Definitely there's hope. Some of my best-selling designs are like I just showed. Like that template I used, it's all text. And I did it live on a webinar. You can do that. And I actually show you where to get ideas for those sayings too. So 100% you can do that. It doesn't matter if you're not Photoshop proficient. That doesn't matter. The thing is, the way that I taught myself Photoshop is I literally went to here. Which one's this? I'll show you how I taught myself Photoshop. I said, okay, let's see. I want to do text in a circle with Photoshop. And I think it was this one that taught me how to do my necklaces on a circular path. Literally, this is how I learned Photoshop. YouTube. It's free. Look at that. That alone, text in a circle with Photoshop, got 244,000 results. Are you kidding me? Anything you want to do with Photoshop, type it into YouTube. You'll get a tutorial. It is awesome. All right, cool. Okay, so people are starting to head out the door. That's awesome. I really wanted to thank every single person here for coming out tonight. We are going to kick butt on Valentine's Day. It is going to be wicked. I'm going to give you that template in the boot camp so that you don't even have to really use your brain that much. You just have to do what I did on the webinar and create a bunch of test designs and then go and test them, find the winner, launch it, kick butt. It's going to be awesome. So thank you. To those who joined, thank you so much. I'm going to be working with you, and I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. We're going to get you profitable, or we're going to die trying. Okay? So you all have a great night. I don't know why I just said y'all, because I'm Canadian. I guess I should say more. But anyway, I will see you in the group. If you have any questions, go to the group, send me an email, whatever you want to do. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll get this replay out to everybody as well. Thank you again.